Take a walk through history in Ayutthaya, Thailand. A must-see day trip from Bangkok. In this episode, we'll share with you the beautiful temples, how to get there, and some tips so you can make the most out of your trip to Ayutthaya. All in this episode of Stranded in Thailand. So back in the 1300s, Thailand was known as Siam, and Ayutthaya was its capital. The king ruled in Ayutthaya until 1767, when a Burmese invasion led to the destruction of this beautiful city and to the moving of the capital to Bangkok. Ayutthaya has about 50 different temple ruins, so you won't be able to see them all in one day, but one day is plenty of time to see the highlights and appreciate the history. Going to Ayutthaya by train is probably the easiest and cheapest way to get there. Trains leave from Bangkok nearly every hour, and the short hour-and-a-half journey will only cost you 20 baht. You definitely won't find a cheaper way to get to Ayutthaya. Our first stop was Wat Yai Chai Mongkhon. This temple has a big chari that you can climb up to see the very deep well, which houses Buddha relics at the very bottom. From the top of this chari, you'll see lovely views of the grounds where Thai kings used to pray, and they even used this site to plan military battles. This temple also has a lovely reclining Buddha. So much to see and to admire here. Then we got back into our tuk-tuk and headed to the next destination. So the benefit of hiring a tuk-tuk is you don't have to plan the itinerary. They know the most efficient route to go. So you get to sit back and relax as you go to each new destination. And the sun is so strong here, it is so wonderful to have a roof to give yourself a break from the sun. Naturally, you can rent a motorbike as well, or you can rent a bicycle. But that means you have to plan your itinerary, GPS it, and you don't get a break from the sun. We were able to get it directly outside of the train station, so very convenient. We're gonna pay 800 baht for the whole day. That's 8 hours for 800 baht. Our next stop was Wat Mahathat, an active temple with a giant golden Buddha that will really make you say wow. This Buddha image is huge and will leave you in awe. Usually, admission to active temples like this costs 20 baht, but admission into the historical temple sites are 50 baht per site, and Ayutthaya has a lot of them. This one is Wat Phra Si Sanphet, and it's one of the oldest and most significant temples in Ayutthaya. It was the official royal temple in the 1300s, but when Ayutthaya was seized by the Burmese in the 1700s, this temple was burned to the ground. Now you can see one of the following Buddha heads surrounded by growing tree roots, which is this temple's claim to fame. So all of these stupas were once covered with that white plaster and painted beautiful colors. Now it's worn down to the brick that lies underneath. Wat Chaiwatthanaram was built in 1630, so it's in a bit better condition than the other temples built 300 years earlier. This temple was built as a replica of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Situated directly on the river, the views here are stunning and perfect for photos. So much so that you can rent traditional Thai clothing across the street for your photo shoot. A truly unforgettable memento of your travels here. Pro tip, guys, bring an umbrella. The sun is really beating down on me right now. Wish I had an umbrella with me. Another benefit of having a tuk-tuk driver is our driver took us for a lovely lunch right on the water. So we get lovely river views while we eat. Next, we went out to see the big reclining Buddha at Wat Yai Chai. It's amazing to marvel at the size of this Buddha, and this historic site is free to enter. This reclining Buddha is truly enormous. The majority of the site is just fields of rubble and the occasional stupa in the background. The ruins here are not nearly as in good condition as the other temples, but that big reclining Buddha is amazing. Worth the trip out here. In its heyday, Wat Phra Si Sanphet was the largest temple in Ayutthaya. It was once connected to the royal palace, and now the three main chetties that you see here contain the ashes of 3 former kings. Next door to this historic site is the active temple Wat Phra Si Sanphet, which is a popular pilgrimage temple for Thais paying respects to the Buddha. Our last stop was Wat Chaiwatthanaram. This temple has one complete temple wall that beautifully frames the chetty in the back. This temple is a photographer's dream. So beautiful. Now, if you enjoyed this tour of Ayutthaya, please give the video a thumbs up and leave us a comment about your favorite part in Ayutthaya. As always, please remember to hit that red subscribe button so you can get more videos from our Stranded in Thailand series. Also, check out the videos on the right here so you can see what we've been up to in Thailand so far. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sharing and helping the channel to grow. And take care till next time. Bye, guys.